stream through. So I think we are now live. Hey everyone, how you doing? Hey, it's been a bit of a while, hasn't it? Last time I was live was last Wednesday, and then I cancelled Thursday's live stream last week because we had gardeners in. They're still meant to be in. They're not here today, which has got me a little bit stressed out because they're not here today. But yeah, there was a lot of banging and noise and stuff like that. But hey, Pez, hey, Gary, friendly girl, Jean. Anyone else here whose name I've missed off at the moment? I don't think so. I hope you're all okay. So I have been busy. You know, while I've been gardening, it means it gives me time to just get on with things then. Especially try and close down a few bits and pieces because my son starts his summer holiday from Thursday night, Friday. I'm kind of out of action doing stuff with him, and Saturday morning. So I want to, before we hit the summer holidays, because from experience, hey Devin, hey Charlie, from experience, as soon as the summer holidays hit, for about 6 weeks, productivity does like totally go like boom, like that. Hey Sasha, there's always something happening, whether you're going out or doing something, or even when you have the kid at home. Like normally on Sundays, it's just me and him. So you have to balance or juggle web work, you know, research, emailing, video editing, live chats, website work with the kid. Hey, I'm designer. Hey, John B as well. But when you have 6 weeks of that, it's a little bit relentless. You know, you wake up in the morning and like, right, I'll work on these 7-8 things. And you don't even touch them until 2 in the afternoon because your day, you never really get started. Not going anywhere nice at all, Charlie, to be honest. Mainly because this is the last year where I'm knuckling down with the finances. So A, we're spending quite a bit on getting the back garden landscapes and everything. And B, to have enough money to clear off the mortgage in February. So this is the last year with knuckling down with spend. But I am taking him to Warwick Castle for an overnight stay and all that, so that should be fun. But hopefully next summer or some point next year, we'll do a bit more of a bigger holiday or something like that. So I might be away for a week or so. But are you planning anything, Charlie? And what about all of you? Summer holidays obviously kicking in for lots of people. What are you planning on doing? Hey, Avidis. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. This is something that happens to me a lot as well. Hey, Deepak. If you're ever working with SiteGround, and SiteGround, of all the things that I love about SiteGround, the one thing I hate, and they are notorious for this, is how you can do loads of changes, you regenerate, you purge your site, you do all of that. But if you do not purge the dynamic cache and the mem cache in the server, you might not see your changes appear for 24 hours, sometimes longer. Normally it's within 24 hours. So when I'm working on our site or a SiteGround's website, I actually have the logged in server open as well in another window. So whenever I now go, right, I now want to check how does it look on my phone, dynamic cache, mem cache, purge, takes literally seconds. It's so quick. And then you know everything's pushed through. But SiteGround are notorious for that. That's my bugbear with SiteGround. Of all the problems I have with them, that's my biggest bugbear. Everything else is kind of okay with them. John, any idea how I could do a simple logo in my header? A login, sorry. Login password or well, you have got like the Elementor login widget. You could stick that in, but then again, I would recommend you actually have the like a menu item or a button that says login, and then it takes them to a login page rather than login there. I mean, you could do it in the header. You could do. I know what you mean, though, about inline. You're going to have to inspect the CSS and then make it inline. It's all to do with the block. No. It's all to do with the style. So you want to switch it from block to inline. But if you try Site Origin CSS, that will help you write the CSS. Hey, Alif, how you doing? I don't actually remember you, if I'm honest. I do forget people quite a bit. Yeah, Peasant you know what I'm talking about. I want to talk to you about something quite funny, and then I'm going to talk to you about the Elemental Beta 3.15, where we had the new loop filter come out. I might have told you this a while ago, but quite a while ago, there was someone who's connected with me on LinkedIn. And what they do is they used to have a business where they would say to web designers, logo designers, anything, come and join me. And I watched them. And what they would do is, if you paid them to advertise your company, what they did was they would put out a what you call it, like a post. It would be a black post with gold writing. And they would say to people, hey, do you want a web design? Do you want a logo designing? Do you want a new IT system? Do you want XYZ? If so, you must contact them, not the company who's paid them to help advertise for them. No, you contact them, and then they will pass your details on. And I found that really, really stupid. Anyway, they shut down their business. Recently, for the last 2 weeks, he's been telling everyone, I'm now joining a new company. Wait till you hear about this. You are going to be amazed. And I kept watching, going, wonder what he's up to now. This guy then did an announcement last week to say, I've now joined this new company as managing director, right? I'm now their managing director. I'm going to do all the work. And everyone was going, way to go. I looked at his company. He's the only employee. He's also the managing director. He's also, when you go to the company register, the owner of the company. So he's literally put out on LinkedIn like this big lead up every day. And then he announces it. Hey, I'm the managing director of this new company. They've come to me. They've brought me on board. And I can't wait to do amazing things. I'm like, it's your own company. You're making it sound like you've been employed by your own company. Anyway, right. So, I mean, Alif, you're saying, can you refer me a WP Live Chat free plugin? Okay, so go and look at the video I did about 3-4 weeks ago, Free CX. And also, if you go to our video channel and just type in WhatsApp or live chat, there's about 3-4 videos I've got. But 3CX is the one I would recommend, and it is free. It is free, and it's really, really good. And it works with up to 10 people on your support team, which is great for lots of websites. So go and have a look at that video. Right. Now then, I want to go in and have a look at the post filter. When it came out, I thought, yeah, this is all right. I could see some shortcomings, but I thought it was all right. On further inspection of it this morning, I can now say to you, I'm not liking it that much. Let me show you why I am not liking it. So when you're doing it on post for categories, it's not too bad. Okay, for categories, it's not too bad. However, if you start to use your loop grid with products, okay, it's not so good. Over here, we have the taxonomy filter, and this is using the product category. Over here, we have, again, the taxonomy filter, but this is now using an attribute, which is the product color. This is now using a custom field taxonomy, ACF taxonomy with another field. Here's the problem with it, okay? If I hit red, you see red. Brilliant. If I now go and hit backpack, it brings back everything. If I hit casual, it now does not show the red. It's not working in a bi-directional relationship manner, basically. And I need to do a bit more inspection over this, because if I just pop these all back to all, and I say, go and give me yes, because there's only one bag that is assigned that taxonomy filter, and when I hit casual, look, it's not following through, right? If I go here orange, it jumps to that, and it doesn't work very well. So limitations are cross relationship filtering, not good at all. Number 2, you can take these filters and you can make them vertical and horizontal, left align, right align, stretched, whatever you want. But what you can't do is turn it into a checkbox or a radio or a drop down or a multiple select drop down. It is literally just a, what do we say? When you all said it, it's just a button. You can stylize it, of course you can, right? You can stylize it, so you can have a border around the active or not, or all of them. Different color borders for the active and the hover. You can have different backgrounds. There's a lot you can do with the Elementor loop filter. But when you want to add in more than one set of filters, it is shit. It's not good. Yeah? I like Elementor, but I did say that if I started to find shortcomings, I was going to let you know about it. So just got to check the phone that I haven't received a message from someone. So the problem you have is it's not multi-dimensional or directional, and you can't really stylize it. So if this was going to be something that meant you didn't have to use Grid Builder, unfortunately, you're going to still need to use Grid Builder. That's what I'm finding. You know, it just doesn't have that two-way, three-way usefulness. So I am a little bit dismayed by that. I was really excited when it came out. You saw my video, I hope. I was like, yay, whoa, finally we got it. But it, you know, for all the time that's gone in, I think we could have had a bit more going on with it other than just your basic category filtering in a way and your taxonomy filtering. And yes, fantastic. We now get the attribute as well. So if you've got product color, product size, all of that, that's good. However, if you pick medium and you pick red for the color, it won't filter to medium red. It will go medium and red. Oh, well, I'll give you everything. So there's a big flaw there with how I would want to use it. Kate, after one of your videos, I installed WP Meteor. It shows that some menu is still present. The thing is, though, Kate, it could literally be any plugin you've got. On your home page, what else have you got on your home page? So have you got WooCommerce installed? You know, give me a rundown of some of the plugins, you know, that you might have. Hey, Thrive, great to have you here, okay. Just talking about the Elementor Beta 3.15. Good stuff, but the post filter, I think, has got more flaws than good. Now, if you just want a basic filter with one filter for products and post, it works brilliant, great. But the styling lets it down, and the multi-directional, not good at all, you know. Friendly Girl used nested tabs with post loop, and each tab had a different category. Yeah, do you know something, Friendly Girl? That is actually something I've done as well. So I don't know if I've still got it. I'm going to see if I've still got that page open. And to be honest, it's not even letting me refresh. Can't refresh. Right, anyway. So that is something that I have also done as well. So I think I did it on this page. Yeah, here you go. So what you have over here is like this is built with a tab. These are tabs. Inside each tabs, you just have your loop grid, and you're using the query, and that works pretty well. But again, you know, I do think there is potential maybe where you could mix it up. So you could have your category at the top, and then you have your tab in your taxonomy filter inside. And that is something I am going to be looking at a little bit more when I get a chance. Don't forget to smash the like button. Absolutely, Scott. And I think that's literally what it is, Scott. That's literally what it is. I'm still trying to work out what is the point of the depth field. I kind of get it. But at the same time, I'm not fully convinced. Hey, Melissa. Not seen you for a while. Hope you're okay. Richest Domain from Arizona. Hope you're all right. So Kate is using Cadence. So you could have some unused JavaScript coming from Cadence. That's the first thing. Yoast, not so much. Code snippets, not so much. Google Analytics will force through some unused JavaScripting in a way that kicks in. So it's going to be Cadence and Google Analytics that could be your biggest ones. So what you have to do, though, is kind of go, how big is the hit? If you're hitting over 70%, take that as good, right? Stop thinking you got to hit 99, right? It's got to be over 90. We all love it when it's over 90, right? But anything over 70 is good, because the minute you have Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager, cookie consent, your score is going to come down. There's no two ways about it. That's just the way it is. So I would say, unless your score is massively hit by the unused JavaScript, seriously, let it go. Just let it go. There comes a point where if you try to eradicate every instance of unused JavaScript, you could do more damage than good to the website. And if that's your biggest problem, then I would say you've done very, very well. Move on. Don't worry about it now. Yeah, seriously, don't worry about it. So like I said, one of the things that I am going to be doing is this is using tabs. Now, inside of this tab, why don't we go and add in the filter system? So let's go and drop that into the hiking one. And I'm going to say that this is going to touch loop grid 4, which is this one. And what could we use? I don't actually have any tags, though. I don't have tags, so power on and don't give up. Let's go and do some tags in here while I'm building this out. Let's go to post. Let's go to hiking. Don't give up. We'll go into this one. In fact, we'll only do it on the don't give up one because I want to test it out. So let's give this one a tag. So we're going to give this the tag. What tag should we give it? We'll give it test, right? Why is that not updating? Oh, because I didn't hit return. Sorry. That's my mistake. I forgot to hit return. Right, there we go. So we've done that. Let's go back over here, refresh the page. Let's test it out, right? Let's test it out, everybody. Let's go to the hiking tab. And over here, look, you can now see we've got the test, right? So inside of the tabs, you could potentially get away with this. So if I hit update now and we go to preview, this is tab. Oh, sorry. By the way, I've just realized. Wait, let me kill that off. That's me testing something out. Refresh that. So this is using tabs, right, instead of for your filtering. And inside you have a loop grid, which is queried, which uses the term category equals hiking or climbing. Now, when we get over here and I hit test, look at that. So this is a way that you could do two-way filtering in a way, because now this is only going to be for the hiking category. Did that make sense, what I was doing there? In a way. And what I do want to do, though, is copy that. And I want to test it with this one, though. So I'm just going to test it now with the climbing, because technically it should not work if I do loop grid 3. Technically, that should not work, right? So if we just refresh that, hiking, we have it and we know it works. But if you go to climbing, yeah, look, so if you put it in, it won't work, which is not what we want. So if you only put it into the one that you want it to appear in, it will work for you. So that's a neat little trick, I think, with using tabs. And so using tabs, obviously, like I just said, and using the taxonomy post filter inside as well. And I am going to be doing a video on this that should come out very, very, very shortly, because I feel like the limitations with the post filter, right, the taxonomy filter is quite big. And if you start to mix it up with another filter, I feel like you're going to get yourself in a world of pain. But if you use it with the tab one like we've just done, it would work okay. Yeah, to be honest though, friendly guy, you are absolutely right. What I would say though is I wouldn't want to do a nested tab inside another nested tab, mainly because you are now adding in a lot of DOM, a lot of JavaScript as well with the rendering and all of that, and potential delays as well. And it starts to become more complexicated. But you could do that. If you really had to, you could do that, friendly girl. Absolutely. But I would, I'm not a fan of accordions inside accordions, if that makes sense. Or like, someone once did a slider inside a slider, which was ridiculous. So you hit it and it goes, and then you had a slider inside a slider because they said, oh, I want to tell you more. And I was like, just think about your slides then. You know, slides within slides? Like, seriously? Yeah. But I am planning a video anyway. It's funny how you were doing that because that's kind of how I've been getting around it. So if you don't want to get Grid Builder, you can do this way to do it. But if you want to mix it up with a taxonomy filter, respecting the fact that there are issues with it, then you might want to try this method over here, because then at least then you can lock it down. Yeah, you can lock it down a bit. So that could work for you, I think. GPL licenses, what's your look? If you're testing out a plugin before you buy it or your client buys it and you get an old version, that's okay. Just make sure you got a backup and it's a test site and it's not a live site. If, however, you're planning on running with a GPL version and never getting the full price version, you run a risk. You're always out of date. There could be vulnerabilities. The world moves on. WordPress updates, Elementor updates, Bricks updates, things move on. And if you're like this with an old state, you got no one else to blame when you have like an SQL injected attack or a hack attack. Something happens wrong. So GPL licenses are okay. Look, we built a website for someone about, I think it was July last year, actually. I think it was this time last year, July last year. It was a lottery website. And there was a couple of plugins, WooCommerce Lottery plugin, not the official WooCommerce one, a different one. And I was a little bit unsure if it was going to work. So I contacted them, got a copy of their older GPL one. It was like 2 versions out of date. However, it had the features I wanted. Installed it, tested it, spent a day testing it. It worked. And then I went back to the client and go, right, okay, we've checked out. This is good to go. Now you have to buy the license for it because we want the latest version. For 2 big reasons. Number 1, we want the latest one with all the extra stuff. And number 2, if there was ever a problem, by the way, Rob Stewart, if you want to email down here, I will review your homepage. If you want me to review the whole website, I charge for that. But if you want me to review your homepage, email it, we'll stick it on screen and have a look. Back to the GPL. So the second bonus thing, right, is that once you buy a premium product, you're now able to contact their support. You're now able to, email is just down here, right there where my finger is. You're able to get some one-to-one support if you need. I did this, I did that, it's not working, what's going on? And they might be able to help you out. Whereas if you have a GPL version, and it also matters, where do you get that GPL version from? Do you get it from the official website? Did you get it off the developers? Did you pay for it? Like $1 here to get like 50 plugins, GPL, like packages that are advertised everywhere. It could have malware, vulnerabilities, hacks, issues, loads of stuff going on. In fact, when you pay for it, who are you paying? When you pay that $1 to get it, that money's probably gone to someone who now probably knows your payment details, maybe. I don't know how their site was built. Have you now just opened yourself up to like fraud, identity theft and stuff like that? So I would say get it off the developers if you can to test out. And when you know it's working, don't sit on it. Go and get the proper version. Kate, converted an image to WebP, but the original PNG is showing as an issue with the speed test as it doesn't use HTTPS. No. Right, what you need to do, Kate, is delete that image, right? Delete it, and then you need to add in the new image. But when you add in the new image, can you change the title? Don't add in the exact same title, because sometimes, even when you delete it, a copy of it will exist in the database, okay? So let's say your image was red, call it red 11th of July, call it red new _new, something like that. So delete it, get a new one in, okay, with a new name, or you can delete it afterwards and then load it through onto your page and you should be all right, Kate. David Gawley, do you have any tutorials on setting up any booking systems? Whoa, good one actually. I've been thinking about doing that for a while. I'm just trying to find the best solution, mainly because there's Booknetic, there's Amelia, there's WP Booking System, there's Hotelier, there's, what's the other one we used for someone? Travel Booking System one, Tour Booking System, sorry. So there's loads of different ones. And the problem I have is, which one shall I cover off? Because Amelia is very premium and gives you a lot that you don't need. And then there's a free one, which is very, very limited. Appointment hour booking system, that's a good one. So it all depends on what you're trying to do, really. You know, it's very easy to say, I need a booking system. But it's like, what? Are we talking about accommodation? So now we've got to think about rooms and itineraries and all of that. Extras, 10% deposit, seasonal pricing, all of that. Are we talking about cars? So now we've got to think about loads of custom fields and stuff and maybe add-ons or knockoffs and stuff like that. Haircut, hairdressers. You know, is it literally just day and hour? Then you got to think about, is it minutes or hour booking? Then you got to have buffer time. So if the appointment is 10 o'clock, do you have 15 minutes buffer time before and after the appointment? Or does it go 10, 11, 12? Roll on. So it's one of these things where, Travel Engine. I've not used that, Charlie, and you like it, do you? Nice one, Charlie. Not used that, though. Don't even really know much about it, if I'm honest, because I don't really do. A lot of my clients aren't really into bookings, and when they are very basic, and I on purpose bring them into basic. Not because it's easy, but because I'm trying to think of them managing, especially if they have to do a manual booking as well. Friendly Girl, I would run something like WP Optimize. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's right. WP Optimize is actually my favorite. If I had a choice between WP Optimize and WP Sweep, I tend to go with WP Optimize just because it's pretty thorough and pretty good. But yeah, I would load in your new image, red_2, right? Put it where it needs to be on your page, then delete the old one, purge your site, purge your server, WP Optimize if you have to, regenerate your CSS. Sounds very long-winded, but whenever you have this HTTPS issue, because it can knock off your padlock, and normally 9 times out of 10, it's because you have inconsistent formats, which always blows my mind. When the website has always been HTTPS, you got the SSL, it's never been not that. You've got all of the hard SSL, whatever, pushed through. Your WordPress settings in the general tab always had HTTPS as well. So why is it's now said inconsistent format? Where did that happen? How did that happen? And it's annoying as hell. Trust me, it is annoying as hell when that happens. But it's a good thing you caught it now. And I hope it's not going to be way too many images. Kate, don't forget to smash the like button, everyone, if you have liked. So if anyone wants to quickly send over their homepage for a quick review, send it over here and I will have a look at that. So I'm not going to talk too much about the Elemental 3.5 because I did a video yesterday. Paul from WP Tuts did a video as well. There are some features it gives you which I have to be honest, I'm just not sure about at all. So for instance, if I go and drop in a image, and I'm going to drop in an, let me do it on screen. If I go and drop in, I don't know, let's go for this image here. No, let's go for a slightly complicated one, right? Let's click on this image and then I go and hit create with AI. We now have the ability to remove the background. However, wouldn't it be better for you to just have done that before you loaded it through? I mean, look, it has done it. It has done it, okay? Right? Because eventually you're going to have to start paying for this AI. Right? So if you already use Canva or Photoshop or something like that, why don't you just do it prior and then bring it over? I don't know, okay? I'm just putting it out there, okay? What I do love though, and if you haven't watched the video, you should go and watch this, alright, is the accordion and how you can now, if you go to the interaction, say collapsed. So literally like the toggle system, and if you want them to behave properly like a toggle system so it always opens, great. Or you can have just one open. So there's always just one open like that. But I love that you now no longer have to do CSS for this, the first collapsed. We're finally there. Elementor have finally listened and done that for us. So Rob, let me know when you are ready for me to go into your website, because I'm literally opening it up right now. So I just want you to tell me. You hear me, Shaquille? I know, you know, the fact that they've done that is so good. WP, I prefer WP Optimize. Kate. I prefer that. Rob, tell me you're ready, right, before we jump in. Yeah, finally we jump. And what's really cool is now that accordion, got it, Rob. Right, we're going into your website, Rob. Now that accordion you can use as a toggle as well. Okay, right, I'm going to refresh this page, right? And I'm going to move myself a little bit up like that and just make sure we can see the whole page. Let me just get the whole page on screen there. Right, so let's get started, okay? When I load up the page, right, it refreshes and we have a gradient come down. You can see the gradient, okay, like that. Gradient comes down and the words push up. That's not bad. However, I'm wondering about this. So now if I click this, it's going to play a video, which isn't bad actually, I have to say. Look at that. There's a bit of music as well. I better be careful of playing the music because YouTube might say that's not allowed. So anyway, brainstorming, it's a lot of animation. I mean, obviously these are items that you've created, right? But it is quite long. And my only thing is that I've just stopped it there. I mean, I'm going to try it again, right? There's no way to fast forward. So there's a limitation there. But it is quite long. And I would say if you're going to do that, yeah, I mean, like Pez says, that is quite fast. I would slow that down, number one. It's a little bit like in my head, like, whoa, make me dizzy. But also that video does go on for quite a while. I'd probably say get it down to like 7 seconds, maybe. Anyway, let's scroll down. Designed at Means Business, okay? We specialize in websites, brand identity, and packaging. Now, the problem with this, if I just go back to this, okay, if you look at it, right, there's lots of words, lots of stuff happening, right? If you look at this, look. There isn't a single picture yet. No picture, nothing, no picture. Now we get a picture, but nah, okay, yeah, and now we get this. We haven't even had a website yet. Okay, fine, now we get it, but how many seconds did I have to wait for that? And would a normal person sit here watching that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 seconds already, and we haven't even got onto all the other stuff. So I'm wondering if that's going to be a good thing or not. Hey, Don. Right, okay, let me just scroll down. Okay, so we get our first call to action in a way. Want to connect with us down, and we design. Again, though, we don't really get anything to tell us. Now, you are assuming that they are. You are assuming that they're going to click that. Not everyone is going to click that. Some people are going to come here and just go straight down. So when you look at it, if they have skipped that, right, all I'm getting is words. A lot of words. This is a lot of words here, right? A lot of words now, yeah. I don't feel like I'm getting the time to breathe. And we're missing web design images, yeah. We are missing images, yeah. Okay, we get the first ones now. Featured work. This works okay. This bit bugs me though here because we're just missing images. We're just, we start to get. I mean, look, you really want to get that one and a website one higher up. Really, you want to get them higher up. A lot of words, and again, I'm not sure how much people are going to take an interest in this, if I'm honest, because without being overly critical, if I was looking for a web designer, I would probably move on because I probably wouldn't play the video, or I would stop after 4 seconds going, I ain't got time for that. No, I don't want to bother with that. Scroll down. There's one website. We got that. I'm here for website. I don't care about the branding. So now I don't really, I'm going to move on. And then I go like that. Are you ready to make your marks? So I would think about, I wouldn't overdo the animation. Watch out for that. But I would say that sometimes people need a little bit of a carrot to convince them. And the only thing that's missing here are some more images, I think. And if you can get in some more images, for instance, have you got a portfolio? Let's go to projects, right? I don't normally do this, but I'm just going to have a quick look. There is a delay there, right? So look, you've got some. Right, okay. So far, is there a website for this? If there's a website, show us the website. If there's a website for this, show us the website. If there's a website for this, show us the website. So what you really want to be thinking about is that if I am now looking at 7, 8 different websites, is that going to make me stick around? And the answer is probably, for me, no. For someone else, it will. It's very subjective. Just because I say XYZ doesn't mean shit. Right, it's just what I'm saying. Subjective. But I do think that if you're competing against a lot of people, right, you got to make more of an impact. You've got to start showing off your example websites. Like, if you're not going to do it here, I'll let it go. But it better be here. If you're not going to do it there, I'll let it go to a point. But you better do it here and here. Because you've only got one. And because you say we specialize in websites, and it's a plural, websites, right? I need to see more websites, because now I'm a bit confused. Now I'm thinking, is this person more branding? And, I mean, this is cool. The whole View project, that's pretty cool. But, are you more products? Are you more like, advertising rather than the website side of thing? So I think you're on the right path. In fact, I've just realized I'm not showing you the page. Sorry, yeah. So what I'm saying is when you're looking at the page, you can get away with it here, but you better have your website examples here. I mean, I would even say this background here, I think, detaches. Your website's very, very blue, and then you go and bung in stonework with half a wine glass. I can just see there peeping out. It detaches me a little bit, so I would just have a think about that. I don't know if that helped, Rob. Yeah, I hope that helped. And by the way, you don't have to listen to anything I say. Go with your gut, all right? Jennifer, I have bad motion issues. I scroll past down. Yeah, do you know something? I've started to become like that. If you put a flip card on your website, it better be a good reason, because I hate them. If you've got stuff flying in, the odd one I accept. If you've got too many, gets on my nerves. Especially if it's late at night. How many of you, late at night, you're on your phone, you've dimmed a screen, you're like that, and then animations start happening, you're like, oh, burn my eyes. Yeah? Yeah, I noticed that as well, friendly girl. The copyright was 2020. So, in fact, how was this website built? Yeah, okay, so this website is built with Elementor. Rob, we did a video on how you can add a dynamic field which uses the date, year, whatever. You don't need to use a custom field. You can use a dynamic field which will make this sorry, I did it off the wrong screen again. Which will make this automatically update for you. It will automatically update for you year on year, so you never have to worry about it. Scott, what do you use to capture web design as a static page in order to showcase an example website? Many ways. There's many ways you can use it. You could, if you want, you could do a screenshot, or you could go with a Go Full Page extension, which you have to use in Google Chrome. It's free. And what that will do is that will take a full vertical height shot. So if your page is like really long, it literally does the whole page for you. It's a free extension. It's the most recommended one I would ever recommend if I was going to recommend. And I'm recommend, okay? Yeah, no, hey, Rob, look, that's what we're here for, yeah. And like I said, yeah, it's just our feedback and view. And if the website is working for you, run with it. If, however, you feel like you want to do a bit more, just get a few more images in there. Hey, Adam, how you doing? Melissa's getting the same with movements as well. You need to drink less, Melissa. Yeah, Pairs, you can inspect the page and get a mobile view copy as well. Absolutely. Control-Shift-P. Do you know what? I've not tried that, actually. I mean, I've got Command-Shift. I don't know. I've not tried that. No, doesn't seem to work on Mac. But maybe that's something on the Windows. No, I've not really tried that. But yes, Scott, you can either take a full screenshot of what you want or go full page. And what I like about the go full page is I will what I will do, yeah, is I might have it open like this, and I'd take a shot, and then I go and do this, and I take another shot, because now I get the mobile view, and then I might do this, and I get literally like a full screen of what does it now look in tablet mode from start to finish. So you can just you don't have to go into different developer tools. Got it, Jennifer. You don't have to go into, yeah, you did say that as well. Sorry, I didn't read it right. You don't have to go and use like a device app or a device emulator like Responsively app or anything like that. But Go Full Page is bloody brilliant when you want to get a full page, especially when you're doing something like on Canva and you go and get like the frame for a mobile phone, and then you pop your image on and you crop it to look how you want. So you got a full page. I want to show that. You just crop it and then you use that on your image. It's pretty damn good. It's raining pretty heavily out here at the moment. Like, it's proper storm. We're getting like proper stormy weather at the moment. Thunderstorms are forecast at the moment. I'm working with, not working, but I got asked by a few people, could I help them out with redoing their homepage? And I gave them a rough cost. And then, you know, I said roughly this is what they start at, sorry. Then I looked at their page, just looked at it, because I said I need to see your URL. They had, I reckon, about, because I can't remember the exact number, but it was over 25. It might have been close, it was close to 30 was either 29, 31, something like that. I can't remember the number now. That's how many sections they had. And inside the sections, there were columns and columns and some inner sections. And I said to them, you know, when I gave you that cost for a rough price for a homepage, you have enough content, right, to fill 4 homepages. So if you want me to redesign, because they are very adamant it has to be a one-page website, okay? You want me to not redesign it, but make it work better, because their page speed score is horrendous as well. Horrendous. And they've got 5 breakpoints. They've got a widescreen, normal computer, laptop, tablet, and mobile. Mobile tablet. No, yeah, just mobile. Not the horizontal, just the normal one. 5. So I said, if you want me to do that and cover off your 5 breakpoints as well to make sure everything looks good, you have to pay 4 times what I just quoted you. Because I am not going to charge you what I would normally charge for a 5 to 6 container homepage section, roughly 7, give or take here or there, because usually they're quite, you know, you might have a small section container, not a lot of efforts required. Do you know what I mean? So I basically says, look, I can work on it. I can do it for you if you want. You know, we need to clarify a few things because you're a bit vague with some details. But 29, 31 sections, it's not even container. That's what bugs me, you know, obviously because it was built a while ago. But it's all sections. You want me to work on that across 5 breakpoints as well? You got to pay 4 times what the price was, okay? And that's a very important thing I cover off a lot in our pricing videos. You know, you might say to someone, yeah, we'll do a one-page website for $500. But if the amount of sections and containers they want are significant, you don't charge $500. You charge maybe $2,000. And they won't like that. Fine, they can go elsewhere then, you know. I have a feeling that this person, when they got the website built, I think they got it built by someone. And I'm not disrespecting anyone out there, but I think they got it off one of these, you know, market gig websites. Because the way it's been built, there's no custom fonts. There's no WebP images. Everything is a PNG. In fact, I ran it through PageSpeed Insights twice while I was looking at it. It says that the fact that they're not using next generation images causes 24-second delays on the website. And by the way, the website is flipping slow to open. Flipping slow to open. All right? So I think they've got bigger problems to worry about than just, can we make the homepage look better? I think you need to think about full on, right? And they were like, but the client likes the look of the website. That's great. The client might like the look of it, but wait till you tell them that their SEO is going to get hammered because you have got a seriously slow website. I'm sure they'll be okay then, right? And I'm sure you'll let them know whenever Google Search Console springs up warnings. And I'm sure you're going to share the PageSpeed Insight with them, aren't you? You know. Hey, Charlie Sasser, how are you doing? Why would someone be so adamant having on? Do you know what, Adam? They've got enough content on there to do a 5-page website, right? They've got services, they've got case studies, they've got this, they got that. It's full of menu anchors as well. Like, full of menu anchors. Like, their menu system must have about 25 items inside of it, the drop-downs. So every drop-down is a menu anchor for the page. And again, I said, you got to simplify it. It's a very complex, like, there's one section which shows 6 services, right? Each service is just like a column, right? With some, like an icon box, icon, header, text. On the menu, when you go to services, you got a drop down with the 6 services. Each of them will just take you to the same section with the 6 columns. And I was like, why are you doing that for? Just have services. You click it and it goes to the services. What you don't do is have services drop down, and it takes you there. That is like, no, you don't need to do that. Over flipping kill, all right? Overkill, right? And Scott, it's slow on the desktop. Wait till you get to the mobile. I was like this. Like, what? But the way they've built it is ridiculous, right? Just because you have 6 services, it's a one-page website. If you're going to do a menu anchor, you do it for services. You don't then do a menu anchor for each of the 6 services when they're all in a row, like 6 columns in a section like that. Makes no sense at all. Jesus, hi everyone. I've been watching Imran videos. I want to add a booking system. Do you have any recommendations? Thank you. Gary's gone and posted some links on. Yeah, there's Calendly. That's a good one. And the second video he's posted is, to be honest, there's, you could use it all depends, Jesus, right? So you say booking system for a restaurant. So what are they going to have to do? Are they booking a day and time? Are they going to pay a deposit? Are they going to reserve a menu? Are they going to put down how many people? Are they going to put down dietary requirements? Are they going to put down whether they get to sit indoors or outdoors? So you got to think about all of these things. I'm telling you, Melissa, it is so long. And they're like, oh, my client loves it. Probably because you've not told the client that one page is not the way to go. You need to go with a 5-page website. So when you now click services, on your homepage will state it, but when you click services in the menu, it goes to a services page. If you're now going to have a drop down with your 6 services, fine, we can have 6 services pages. Or you have a service page and you have a lot of detail, and the menu anchor will go to the specific point or where it needs to go. You would think that. And by the way, the person who asked for the help on this was a UK web designer as well. They're a UK web designer, got in touch, they got a client, they're struggling, they need a bit of help. See you later, David. And you would think, because I looked at their website and I would go, the way you make it sound with your experience and skills, you should know all this. I shouldn't have to tell you this. I should not be telling you that a one-page website that's like that ain't going to work. All right? If you're competing against other people, I can't remember what the subject matter was now. The subject matter was, I can't remember. I was looking at it earlier. I can't remember. Educational programs, right? Educational programs. No one is going to sit there and skim through a website that is that long. No one. Do you know what, Scott? Who knows, And to be honest, some people have wanted a website for a long time. And when they eventually get a website, if it takes 5 seconds to load, they sometimes, what's the word? Not apologize, let it go. Accept it. They accept it because they think that's okay, right? And they go, oh, I remember that time I went to a website, took 10 seconds to open. Mine's only 5, yay. Or, yeah, there was that time I was out and about and I went to a website, took ages to load. Oh, I remember 25 years ago when things used to load an image like line by line by. They think, they accept it almost. And you have to say to them, the reason why it took so long when you were outside is because you were using an external Wi-Fi. But if you're at home and you're on your home Wi-Fi or you're connected via Ethernet to a 1 gigabyte internet, whatever, your website should not take... by the way, it is slow. It is ridiculous. It's slow. And I even said, they even gave me a login. I said, I just want to check something. I quickly logged in, looked at Edit Elementor, their homepage. It took nearly 25, 30 seconds before you could even edit. It wasn't going into safe mode, but it took that long to load up the homepage, right? It's just wrong, right? It's wrong. Yeah, so Jesus goes, they want the full setup. I looked into the Calendly, not good enough. They want a back end for them to put how many tables they got available for the specific time. So what you got to look at, Jesus, okay, is have you done a search in Google for WordPress restaurant booking plugin? Have you done something like that, right? So if I now go to, let's just go to Google. Let's go to Google. Let's put it on screen. Right, so let's go with WordPress restaurant booking plugin. Right? There. I mean, look. In fact, you know what we'll do? We'll go with tools, and we'll go with. Let's go with the past month. 5-star restaurant reservations. I don't know. Is it free? Might be. I don't know. We'll just open it up. Here we go. 16 best WordPress booking plugins. Go and have a look. They've done a review on the 27th of June. 9 best WordPress restaurant. Is that for bookings though? Online ordering. Okay, have a look at it. Go and have a look at it. Best appointment booking. You know, there's stuff here. Go and have a look for what you want. Right? I mean, I can't recommend because it very much depends on what you're going for and what you want. So look here, reservations. That looks quite cool. I have to say, as a demo, looks free. 16 best. There's going to be a list of all of the ones in here. And you get a summary right at the bottom, actually, somewhere. Over here, it says, if you like WooCommerce, use that. If you want to do that, do that. If you want to do that, da. But there'll be a review over here with the pros and cons and the cost of it. 9 best restaurant plugins for 2023. Look, July the 11th. It was last update. It might have been written 5 years ago and then they did a quick update today. I don't know. Or maybe they've used a bit of trickery to change that to look like they've updated when in fact they haven't. But look, you got 5-star restaurant menu. That's the one we just looked at earlier. Go and have a look. So let me just pop this link down here for you, Jesus. Go and have a look at that. And that's what you do. My big tip is don't always ask people, what shall I use? You have to go in and look at what's out there, what's free, what's premium, what are the pros, what are the cons, what are the features, what's the functionality, what does your client need? Do you have to compromise? Do you have to shift a different angle or position? That made no sense, but you get my drift. You're the one that has to now think about that, okay? And that's what you got to do. And that's the easiest way to do it. Pairs, 20 bookings in 3 days. Well done, my friend. Impacto, how are you? Latin America. Google is transitioning to a new metric to measure the responsiveness of... Yes, John, I actually got this. I got this as well today. Exactly the same thing you've just said, 200 milliseconds. So it said... The INP, which stands for the next, it's the time it takes to get to the next paint item right, was 200 milliseconds. Let me tell you now, I am not going to worry about it yet, John B, okay? I'm going to look more into it, but I saw that exact same thing, okay, today as well. And when I got it, I was a bit like, well, what's this all about? But then at the same time, I did kind of go, nah, whatever. The website is fine. My homepage is currently 90 out of 100% for the mobile. But the reason it's not 100 is because we've got user-centrics, cookie consent tool from Termageddon, and Google Tag Manager. So it's knocked us from 100 to 90. Fine, let it go. The website's fast. The website works. Just don't care. Let it go. Let it go. All right, just let it go. Who cares? Let it go, all right? Like, seriously, is that the best they can do? 200 milliseconds. Go on, click your fingers. That is longer than 200 milliseconds. That is longer than 200 milliseconds. So if they're telling me that to go from the first content paint to the second was less than that, Less than that. Remember, that is longer than 200 milliseconds. Less than that. Who cares, right? Who cares? Hey, Linda, how are you doing? Yeah, something server side. I don't know. It's the next time. When you go from the first content pane to the second one, what is the delay? 200 milliseconds. Yeah? People fart. People, when you fart or let loose wind, that takes longer than 200 milliseconds. In fact, some people take minutes. It's never ending. You sit there going, what's going on here? John B, transitioning to GA. Are you talking about GA4? Was already annoying now. I wonder if that will give me. Don't know. You should be all right, my friend. You should be okay. Right, I'm just checking that I haven't had any messages come through because I was waiting for a message for someone which has not come through, which has got me a little bit bothered. And I need to write an email back to someone as well, which got to reply back to someone about their website speed, which is not the same as what I was talking about earlier. Okay, everyone, we have been live for 1 hour. We've been live for 1 hour. I'm gonna close this live chat down a little bit earlier, just because I want to kind of like go and grab something to eat. And then crack on with writing an email back to someone. I said to them I would try and get back to them before 5, and we're approaching 5, so I want to bang out this email. Yeah, so Jesus, look, even if it is an iframe, it's not the end of the world, right? Either way, whether it's a plugin or an iframe, as long as you can do it within WordPress, and then you can stick the iframe. Then again, though, when you say iframe, is it built outside of WordPress and then you stick the iframe in, you embed it, or is it actually still built within WordPress in a way? Because shortcodes in a way are kind of sticking in an iframe, in a way kind of thing anyway. So yeah, it should be all right. Yeah, well, what I would say, if any of you have not already signed up or you're not there yet, can you please go and join the Facebook group for Web Squadron? Go and join up, not sign up, just say you want to join in. I'll let you in. And if you ever want to ask questions or anything like that, go over there and do that, okay? Don't wait for the live chats. We should be back tomorrow, okay? We should be back tomorrow, midday, or UTC 11 a.m. I'm going to get going now. Right. Hey, Tykangus, I'm about to shoot off. Google are actually going to be stopping the whole hoo-ha about Web Vitals, Charlie, soon. It's not going to be as vital, which is funny. The Web Vital will not be as vital because I think they've realized that it was a bit of it was something that created more hassle than good kind of thing. Right, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye now. Take care. Go in, enjoy the rest of your day. Hey, Judith, it's thanks to you guys, okay? You watch, you share, you like, you keep me going, you inspire me as well with your problems and problem solving. You even help to teach me how to do stuff as well. So we're always learning together, okay? Slam, live chat plugin. Go and look at my video channel, Slam, because I did a video about 3-4 weeks ago called 3CX. 3CX, okay? Go and have a look. All right, everyone, I'm now going to say goodbye, and I shall see you soon.